Okay, so we printed the last two projects almost exclusively using GiantArm and GEEETECH. GiantArm GEEETECH looks like they have the same spool holders, which I'm guessing means probably the same company too. Anyhow, I've got tons of these spools that are completely empty now and nothing to really do with them. So I'm probably just gonna make a spool holder storage. The only concern I have right now is, unfortunately, there is no spool holder design on printables for GEEETECH or GiantArm, so it means I do have to print and design my own. Okay, for GiantArm and GEEETECH spool holder, this is what I came up with. Here's the actual spool. I made a guide because someone else who made a spool drawer had made a guide for drilling, and it was very helpful, so I'm gonna make one for mine as well. If I show you what the slicing looks like, it looks like this. And like I said, because these are 45-degree angled, this should have no trouble being printed, even without any support. Before I print this one, I am probably gonna test with just one drawer. This is why we prototype. That's not gonna fit very well, is it? It's gonna carry around half the capacity. Okay, I think what happened is I took this measurement as the inner ring, and then I made this one, but I only added one side, when in actuality, this outer ring should be this plus this times 2, because there's one here and one here. So hence why, since I only added one, the circle around half as big as it's supposed to be. So anyhow, I made this much bigger, and now it should work better. And revision number 1. Really glad I only wasted this much material and caught it right away. Much better. Just a little bit of string, but enough to pull, I think. And this is fit very nicely. It's kind of exactly what we wanted. A little bit of a gap, but not much. This is going to sit exactly like this. It's going to be slightly elevated like that, probably. So this is roughly aligned here. Okay, so I was going to use screws, but it turns out nails actually work really well, and they're kind of hidden, so that's extra bonus. Yeah, here's the problem. I can pull this out, and it's actually not too bad, but it is a little bit stuck, because the edge here is squeezing the inner part slightly too much. Which means this inner part actually needs to come out a little bit more, or I would need to round out this edge quite a lot. I think this warrants enough for a redesign, and if not only this, look over here, there's a very large gap. It's so large, I think it might be an actual centimeter or 2. So that's actually quite a lot. Much better. Also made these parts a little thicker, so it just seems a much better fit. I think that works. Oh yeah, that works perfectly fine. I've also rounded out the edges here, so I just basically filleted the inside in this part as well and made it go inwards. This is going to be just a perfect fit from the round end. This is a poor excuse for a guide at the moment. Too short. So I need to extend this at least, I want to say, a few millimeters. And then I'll make this part also very long, so you can actually perfectly sit inside there. Nice. Looks kind of trippy, just because of the shade it has. Perfectly flush. That is exactly what we wanted. Not screwed right now, which is why it's falling apart, but it is really good. What a nice color. It's a very nice color. And finally, the last piece. Made with a very special filament. It's supposed to change color with temperature. You can tell the gradient is starting to change already. That's just because it just finished printing. I think that works. think I have it pretty easily down by now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this really, really tightly in place. I'm going to align this according to what that says, basically. So top, we're going to use the top one because this is the top of the drawer. I'm going to hold it right here. Align the crack with the line. Make a small indent. And move on. Now that we have those parts in place, done yet, so I'm going to take this and we're going to flip it to the other side. We're going to use the bottom portion of this guide and plug it here. And I'm going to align it to the side here. It's a little loose, but as long as you match the line with the gap, it should work out pretty okay. That's all done. We're going to align this, take our X-Acto knife, and I'm going to make this hole just a little bit bigger until the screw can fit perfectly inside it and plug it in. I'm going to go to this side and do the same thing and make just a hole a little bit bigger. See the screw? Nope, a little bit bigger still. Close up, we're going to go and make sure this stays all the way in there so the head is completely covered. And if you cover it completely, this means that if I put this in, it's kind of hidden away a little bit. If I stack these on top of each other, this means the screw takes up no space at all and there won't be a gap between this one and the other one. Just one last one. Like I said, rinse and repeat. That is one spool drawer complete again. We have two of them. Wait till I see the rest. Are you gonna work with me today, Mr. Tape? And for those who want to know the secret technique of removing tape from these parts, it's an eraser. Ta-da! Almost nothing there at all. Simply to the bottom here. And ta-da! Relatively clear. Alright, so far we're done with this project in terms of anything drilling related, so let's clean up a little bit. We basically now have the bottom looking like this. Now, it's okay like this, but I think we can make it look just a tiny bit better. So to do that, I'm going to pull up on our good little lid thingy-majiggies. Temporary tape can go, and the stickers can come on. There you go. luckily for us, we also don't need to hold it too tightly because all it's going to be holding are small knickknacks, so nothing really weighty outstanding. Okay, now the final thing is the top part, and I think I have the solution. I have some rock climbing tape that is black, so I think if anything this will look at least a little bit better than the gray I have on there at the moment. There we go. And then finally what we're going to do is cut off some of the excess edge here. There you go. That's as best I can get it. But that's done. This is the spool holder made out of GEEETECH and GiantArm filament spools.